Is that it? I mean, that is
It looks
red.
fake.
It does. It does. I assure you.
This is real. Now this, I can definitely, like, I don't have to prevaricate and say, well, I'd have to see. This is really nice.
Later on in life, I went to Japan, where I lived for 15 years.
Hey, you found us here in the plant shed. My name is Art.
I'm Kendhal.
And we're here to talk about
Plants.
We love them. What else would we talk about?
So much. So excited today.
We both work at Lancaster Farms. This is a process that we did back in March. And we have to do it again.
Uh-oh.
Now we're in June.
Uh-oh.
So here we are sticking some cuttings. And this is a dormant sticking. So we're going to be sticking into these 18 cell trays. It's Ilex Cranata primarily. We do a little bit of Ilex cornuta, which is Chinese hollies. These are Japanese hollies.
And is this the Bennett's of the...
These are the Bennett's that we're sticking right here, right now, that we're looking at. And this is something, without being boastful, we're like one of the world's best at doing Ilex Cranata. I can't take any credit for that, but that's what our company is known for. We get 100% take on these cuttings. We grow phenomenal, not just at propagation stage, but we're great at this plant, and we're very efficient in the way we do it. We're just
It's a remarkable process. It's very efficient. There's little handling. It just moves along very quickly. I notice you have 2 cuttings per cell.
Correct.
All right. Very
Your
quick.
thoughts on that?
It's amazing. It's very quick. It produces it's a pretty quick turnaround for a finished product.
It's a year in the 18 cell stage, and then it would be 1 year in the 3-gallon stage jammed.
Okay.
The second year it gets spaced out, and by June, around this time, July,
so about
it's ready to be sold.
About 2 full years.
Correct. When it's 2.5, it's being sold.
It's ready to go.
By the time it's 3, it's out of here.
And they are beautiful.
So, but we've got to transition. Why am I continuing to talk good, bad, and ugly? Here is the house today. Took this picture this morning. If you look at that sign, it says dump all.
Oh, Art.
We had terrible luck. This is one house, another house. This is a completely different house.
That's heartbreaking.
That's Bennett's. It's Northern Spirit or something in the front, but it's all Bennett's.
That's not pretty.
Dead.
Man, look at that. Look at that cutting. It's rotten. I mean,
it's something that you're extremely good at, and then suddenly you fail miserably. It's like a face plant.
Yeah, it is.
You're like an Olympic gymnast. You're the best, and then you just fall down.
It happens. I mean,
and we wish we knew why. We may never know. We're questioning everything. There's no doubt that we overwatered. You wouldn't have rotted
and it's a misting system that you use.
Correct.
And it's done as needed, not on a schedule, correct?
No.
And so, that's hard to see. That's hard. That's tough.
There's no question that the plants were overwatered.
Yeah.
But why is that the case?
Why this time?
Yeah. So could have been the hormone. There are some things that make us think that maybe the hormone is the culprit.
And you changed the hormone this year.
We did, but not really. We use KIBA, which is like the standard thing. So, but there was a change to the hormone.
Okay.
From the source of the hormone. But it seemed to do its job. After 2 weeks after sticking, the tips had swollen.
Yep.
Well, the tips, I mean like what went into the dirt.
And we're seeing root development.
Had swollen, breaking, you see the roots popping. So we thought we were off to the races. Whereas before, if the hormone wasn't working, then you wouldn't see the swelling.
Right.
Like that's basically what the hormone is doing, is telling that plant,
let's
go to work.
Right.
Anyways,
that's tough.
What we would more expect to see about 8 weeks after sticking. Not that.
Oh man.
It rotted out.
Gosh. That's tough to swallow.
Yeah, it's ugly. But the good news is right now is when most nurseries traditionally throughout history and even right now when they take these cuttings. So not a dormant cutting.
We just get a little jump on.
It's not a dormant cutting. So
Right.
we get a jump on it. It gives us kind of an extra strike.
Well,
And it gives us a jump on it where the plants finish bigger, stronger, faster. But we'll be perfectly fine.
and we learn. We
should be fine.
We'll figure it out, and
Well, we learn how to be growers, even if we don't know what caused it, because we may never.
yeah,
It makes you a better, stronger, more observant
that's right.
grower.
It's very humbling.
Yeah. All right, tell me about this place.
This is beautiful, beautiful landscape. This was sent in by a professional landscaper. Was sharing one of his properties.
Let's give him a
that he had
shout
done.
out.
Yeah,
We need to thank him. Does he mind if we mention him?
Absolutely not. Littman Landscaping, and I just think this is beautiful, very well done. It's very clean, crisp looking. I love the placement, the proportions, the balance of the two trees and the willow on the other side of the property. Very well done. I like it. What do you think?
I think it's awesome. I think the neighbors have some catching up to do.
I think so too. Good use of
Threw
color.
down the gauntlet.
Threw it down. Same landscaper. This is another property, a different yard, and I like it. He did this on a smaller scale. I don't feel like it's overdone. I think it's beautiful, and it's very well maintained.
I like the stone.
I do too.
I think that he had to do it because of the stone of the building, I think. It's
Clean
gotta have
lines, good addition of color, good use of color. I personally
First class.
I like the Lord Petlum against the stone. It pops. It's very pretty.
that. Right.
Yeah.
Now here we're going back to the first house
Correct.
we looked at. So
Same
I must have
property.
gotten these photos out of order, but
Same property, different angle, and clearly he's done a very formal, clean line with switching out the. Looks like he's put in bronze leaf begonias in there, but beautiful, really lovely. I love the line. I mean, it's so clean and dramatic.
it does say to me, don't come in here. Like this is a barrier.
It does.
So it's not like a garden you're going to wander around in. Like, let's go take a turn in the garden.
That's
not
beautiful.
what you're going to do.
It's very effective. Look at the lines. Look at the round. Look at the walkway and how he.
Yeah,
how
sitting
he
on that porch to look out
And then
on
how
it's
he
pretty cool.
mirrored that curve behind it. Oh, beautiful. Well done.
That's the same place, just a little
Very nice.
angled over.
Okay. Now, what do you think of this property?
This is the same landscaper. I bet, just by looking at the plant material selection.
Isn't that interesting
Yeah.
how you can decipher that? Yeah, they certainly have a signature use of placement and of plant selection. I like the blue fescue.
The blue
use.
fescue is pretty
I think
cool.
that's very nice. I love to see some blue in the landscape. I love his use of line. It looks like a sunshine ligustrum to me that he's kind of serpentined around, carry the eye around the side of the property. I love it. I think it's beautiful.
I think it's well done. It's looks like it just got planted yesterday.
Brainy property. Yes.
And I don't know how. It's difficult because you've got that garage that's coming out, and
yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to step back and see the whole property.
I kind of would love to
It
see.
needs a tree. It needs
does.
but
Yes.
from what I'm looking at, yeah, it's cool. Well done.
It's well done. It's very clean.
Now this, I can definitely I don't have to prevaricate and say, well, I'd have to see. This is really nice.
Very well done. I don't
Again,
think
the
it's
blue fescue.
don't think it's overplanted. Good use of stone. I mean, it's very clean. I know where to look. I mean, landscaping 101. It's all about that front door
magnolia.
and that eye. Those lines take you right
Does it-
there. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. Little,
And do you like the dark Laura petalum with the dark?
I feel like that maroon, the
Mulch.
foliage gets a little lost in the mulch. The stone helps pull it out. In the previous
Yeah, it does.
landscape, it was in stone, which it just popped. It was very pretty. Love Lord Petlum. Love it a lot.
This is the last one.
Okay.
We'll leave it here. We saw some ugly. We saw some good. This is definitely bad.
That's rough.
And it's ugly too.
It's tough. That's a tough one. Good intention. Started out as
So
a great idea to provide some wonderful shade.
I'm just
in
gonna
the
guess
parking
that the
lot.
conversation that went on was the boss said, "We got to have a tree," and then 2 weeks later, the boss said, "We can't have this stuff dropping on our brand new cars. Not on the inventory.
Cut that back.
Cut it back."
And thus
they cut it
back. And continue to cut it back.
Now you can do this to a London plane tree. Like I've seen it where they take it and pollard it.
Yes.
You know, but they might as well just cut the tree down.
Okay, I'm trying to be kind and polite, but I think that should be illegal. I don't think that should be allowed.
It's plant torture, is that what you're saying?
That is rough. I mean, man, talk about a crime against a plant. That's rough. If I find out where that is, sir, it's going to be really tempting to not sneak over there in the middle of the night. I would never do it. With a little saw, oops. I would never do that, but wow, that's tough. But I would replant with something, you know, beautiful and smaller and more appropriate for the median. That wouldn't be a problem for the owner.
I love looking at the photos.
I do too.
So much fun. And thanks to Littman for sending them in.
I do thank him, and I think we have something for Mr. Littman.
Oh yeah, let's see that. Is it this one?
It is indeed.
Hey.
A creation.
Yay.
Creation by art.
That's right.
So please send us in your plant.
You should plant some red
plant.
buds.
Please send us in your beautiful, and maybe not quite as beautiful photos. We'd love to see them and share them with everybody out there. We'll have a t-shirt
You know
for
it.
you.
And thanks to Peter Furman. He left a comment on our last video on YouTube. So we love that, where we talked and joked a little bit about gutter gardening perhaps being the next biggest trend.
It is coming. It is coming
And
along.
so as a thank you to Peter, we're going to show one of his films because he makes films for PLANTPOP. And this is from Arizona. It is Humane Botanical Garden. This lady basically made her own botanic garden.
Wow.
When I was growing up, I went to the forest quite often with my parents and to the parks nearby. And one thing that my mother would always do is to cut wild flowers. So we always had big bouquets of flowers everywhere in the house. Later on in life, I went to Japan, where I lived for 15 years. And there, immediately, of course, I fell in love with ikebana, which was the Japanese flower arrangement. And I realized very quickly that it stemmed from nature, and they represent nature as a whole in one arrangement.
Oh,
All right, we'll just leave it there.
I want to see more of that garden. So she created this garden.
That's what I understand. You got to watch the film.
That is beautiful.
All right, let's talk about some plants.
Well, we are celebrating this
Not
week
just any plants. We need plants.
for Dad.
All right, what do you got?
Happy Father's Day to you, Art.
Thanks.
You know, dads are pretty amazing. They're so unique, and they love plants. And I feel like there's a few different groups of dads that have some very specific plants that go with some amazing dads. So amazing plants for amazing dads. I think I'm going to start out with the sports dad.
All right.
So sports dads, I mean, there's a lot. There's sports going on all the time. We're right in golf season, baseball season. I mean, it is on. It is on right now. Coming up is football season in September. We're watching football.
Check these out for sports dad.
That's what I'm talking about. They're easy. Plant them in the yard. Dad can get them right where they need to be, and
right.
pretty much walk away, and they're going to do great. So this is the Lariopi, variegated Lariopi, and the green Lariopi. You can see some flowers. That
Yeah,
come
it does
out
a little
on
bit
them.
of flowering.
Oh, great plant. They can use it.
But that's really that's not why you plant
No, Dad can put it in a mess. He can put it as a border, and Dad doesn't have to do a lot of work on this plant. He's busy. He's very busy. Okay, so Dad wants to zing it up a little bit, get that same kind of look going on, very clean and simple. We can add some flowers to it, and this is a repeat blooming daylily. Actually has a little bit of fragrance to it. That's nice. This is a repeat blooming variety called Happy Returns. Beautiful. Continues to bloom throughout the entire growing season. 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Continues to bloom. Easy plant. Does not need a lot of love, does it? You're a dad. What do you think?
No, this is a bulletproof.
Yeah, it's a good
really
one.
great plant.
It's a great plant.
Happy returns.
Happy returns.
All right, sports dad.
All right, we want Dad to be happy all the time. So, you know, Art. Dads work hard, and they want the best plants for the yard, and they're going to do a little bit of research to make sure they have the best plant for the property. The latest and greatest. That's what we want, and I think you have it over there by you. Here it is. The latest, best introduction.
He is definitely a plant nerd if he knows about this plant. 'Cause
Absolutely.
This is brand new.
Brand new. Just came out this
Brand
past
new
year.
genetics.
This-
So it's really designed to be resistant to disease, particularly boxwood blight.
Yes. And also is resistant to leaf miner and a lot of the things that
Right.
have plagued boxwoods over the years. We love boxwood for its durability, its drought tolerance, it's tough as nails. We don't have to get out there and love on it. Dad's busy. He's got a lot of stuff
And for
to
the
do.
proper dad who wants things neat, orderly,
Just
tucked
so.
away, just so.
Can't beat it.
That
Great
boxwood's
plant.
perfect.
This is a really neat plant. I think we're going to see a lot of this.
We'll be
boxwood.
talking about this more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This variety only grows about 3 by 3, so Dad doesn't have to get out there and can keep pruning it all the time. And just what a great plant! It's beautiful too.
We talked about Ilex Cranata before. This dad would probably rather plant an Ilex Cranata than a boxwood.
Really? Okay,
You
All
get
right.
the same effect.
you do, but drought tolerant, sir. It's a guy. I don't know. All this talk about plants, I'm getting a little hungry, Dad.
Oh yeah. What do I do with that? There's another kind of dad.
Oh yeah.
The grill dad, right?
I'm ready for a nice vegan burger, maybe. Gluten-free buns.
Well, you want some tomatoes on that.
I do, sir. Perfect. Here we go.
This is for the grilled dad.
We're grilling in the backyard.
And you had something else around here.
I do. Well,
There it is.
hot peppers, of course.
Yeah.
We're not going to have.
Now that's more dad than mom, probably.
That's what I'm talking about right there. This one actually is, these are cherry tomatoes.
Right.
So we can nibble on those all day long. We're just walking past. The hot peppers are going to take a little bit longer to produce, but they'll be coming along here in a few weeks. But this one's ready to roll. He's got some
So this is
tomatoes,
jalapeno.
jalapeno pepper.
And we've got a slicing tomato.
We, of course, have a slicing tomato.
I love to snack on the cherry tomatoes,
Yes.
put them in a salad.
But this one,
But if you're a grilling dad,
you gotta slice up some fresh tomatoes. There is nothing better than a sweet, juicy tomato right out of the garden. And don't forget, the greatest smell on the planet.
I know.
It's-
It's intoxicating.
Pretty sure it's tomato plant foliage.
I don't know how you describe the aroma.
Just-
What's it
It's
smell
just
like?
really earthy. I mean, it's the greatest smell. I love it. Man, it's wonderful.
So get dad some tomatoes and perfume.
At the same time.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. You know, Dad's worked hard. He's done a lot of research on the best plants to put in the yard. He's grilled. You know, we just need to sit back,
Take a break.
take a little break. I don't know, maybe there's a hammock back there. Do you have a hammock in your yard?
I don't.
That would be kind of nice, though, to have a hammock. Or maybe you have a pool in the backyard. We might want it to look just a little more tropical. back
Tropical.
there. So
The
I'm
tropical
thinking,
dad.
I'm thinking
Wearing
tropical.
flip flops.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Here we go.
Tropical hibiscus.
Tropical hibiscus blooms all summer long. This will not survive freezing temperatures here in our area,
It puts you in the mood, though.
doesn't it?
It's worth it.
Is there really anything else comparable to that? I mean, it just keeps going. Each flower lasts
I mean,
about a
how
day.
do you not look at this and just relax? Right?
Just
that sigh of relief.
Just want to hang out,
Yeah.
Dad. So, tropical color, textures, This is
It
beautiful.
does. I hadn't really thought of Pennisetum rubrum
Yeah.
as being
But that color,
all that tropical, but it really does.
this is a tricolor. I mean, we have some pink, green, and a little bit of
So this is
white.
not straight rubrum.
It is not. This is a variety called Fireworks, and it's just starting to bloom right now. And it'll continue to produce flowers into the summer and the fall. How beautiful is that? Unfortunately, it will not survive our freezing temperatures here in the area, but man, this will be beautiful, large, and in charge until
So
we get a
you
hard
would put
freeze.
it in a container and then bring it inside.
Or just enjoy it, and next year I'll try
Just plant
something
again.
else. Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
It really is.
I love it. Love the color. It's just
Vacation Dad would like this one.
bold and happy and awesome.
All right, what else you got? We
Well-
can go bigger. We can go bigger than that.
We can go bigger than that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, sir.
Whoa.
So this is a Sable minor palm. Put this
Now
in
we're talking.
Put this in the yard and boom, instant impact. The whole yard just starts looking very tropical. It just puts a totally
Yeah.
different look in there.
Now we're talking.
This is actually Sable minor palm is the only indigenous palm to the state of Virginia. Love this plant. It doesn't develop a trunk, but it can get about 6 feet by 6 feet. Sends up these amazing long spikes. Then we get these black berries on there. You'll have more babies. It's a great plant.
All right.
All right. Okay,
Can
sir.
we get any bigger than that?
Oh, we can go bigger. You know, Dad.
Now Dad's not playing around. Bring it on. Yeah, here we go.
Go big or go home, Art. There we go. So this is a cold hardy palm that can live and stay outside all winter in our area. It's a windmill palm, Trachycarpus fortunei, and it can grow as much as 20 feet here in our area. Not the fastest growing guy in town, but man, look at the impact on that palm. This is a palm tree. This is more of a
Right.
palm shrub. But put that in the yard and boom, it's tropical.
You're on
looking.
vacation.
That's it.
Every day. Come home from work.
Isn't
Every
that-
morning
isn't that
when you go to have
amazing?
a cup of coffee.
It's just so fantastic. I love it. I may be a palm geek, but that's just beautiful. Really nice.
So lots of options for the different dads and what they like. But you might just be a regular old dad and just nothing special about you. But you still deserve this just looks like a dad plant.
This is a dad plant. This is fantastic. This is a Rudbeckia variety called Indian Summer. Look at the size of those flowers. Is that amazing?
That is
Just phenomenal. It's a great plant because it's very resistant to critters, to rabbit and deer. It's very coarse textured.
yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's an all-American plant. Love it.
I feel like if dad's kids drew a picture of some flowers for Dad for Father's Day.
Right. All right, Walworthy
All right, you're a
for
dad.
Dad.
What do you think?
Well, I'm actually not a fisherman,
Okay.
but I understand.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's perfect in a shed.
He worked hard
kids would like
all
to.
day Saturday planting all these beautiful
You
things.
see it that
Art.
way.
I
It's
do.
time for him to relax.
Oh, it's his day. Yeah. Let's go fishing. Here we are. So, Inside Voices this week, I'd like to share the Antherium with you. Look at the color on that, Art. Is that that is
It looks
red.
fake.
It does. It does. I assure you
This
it
is real.
quite real. Is that an amazing, awesome, amazing house plant? This is one of the easiest plants I know to grow in the house, and it continually produces flowers. Doesn't need a whole lot of light. It just performs. Doesn't need a lot of water. What a great plant to put inside your home. But the red,
It reminds me of the hibiscus a little bit.
it does. This is a great dad plant. So if your kids gave
Yeah.
this to you,
I would be touched.
you'd be delighted. Very good. I'm not a dad, and I would be delighted if this was given. Lovely. Very beautiful.
Last segment. You ready
Okay.
for it?
Okay.
Every week I want to find plants somewhere in pop culture.
Okay.
Or in the culture at large. Like in a TV show or
Sure.
a viral video. Something like this. Well, this one's pretty old.
Okay.
It comes from all the way back 2010.
Okay.
This video went viral. Some dudes at a church made a rap about what it's like to be a dad.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
called Dad Life.
Awesome.
And we're just going to watch a little clip because they
Okay.
talk about all kinds of things like changing diapers or doing carpool
Okay.
or stuff like that. But this is where they're rapping about like the landscaping part of dad.
Hydrangeas, begonias, crepe myrtles, ornamental turtle. Hold up, is that a weed in my fescue? Aw, nah, round up to the rescue.
It's the dad life, it's the dad life. Take my daughter to the party, it's the dad life. It's the dad life, it's the dad life. Shooting vids of the kids, it's the dad life.
So that was some guys at a church. Churchonthemove.com made that film. Went viral. You've never seen that before.
No, that is fantastic. Spot on, timeless, wonderful. Love it.
Next week,
Oh, next week
we got to celebrate something else.
there's a party going on this month. June is National Perennial Month, so
Get outta here.
I cannot wait to share
that
some
was a thing.
amazing perennials. Well, it's
All
because
right.
it's a party here all the time with our plants.
So come on back and join us. We'll see you soon.
Please do.
Thank you. Bye.